Hey YouTube, this is 56 Bricks and welcome into another Spider-Man video. And today is just a lot of the same characters but different versions. So let's get into it. So this is Dr. Otto Octavius, which is Doc Ock. And also he has these bendable arms. This is a Lego figure that you can actually get from Lego. This is from the No Way Home series sets, and he has a cool printing on the front of him right here, and it goes down into his belt and into his pants, and then no printing on the sides, no printing on his back or pants, and then no printing on the sides, and then he has his goggles on with that brown hairpiece, and with also he has a smile on the back of his face for another expression when he sees Peter again. And that is it for this version of Doc Ock. And here is the next version of Doc Ock that I got that you can actually get from a Lego set. I just don't remember which Lego set. But he uses these different arms, which is all these tiny little pieces that attach. And then he has these different goggles on with this different hairpiece. And then he has this green shirt with this cool metal going down with no printing on his pants or into his belt or printing on his sides or on the back of him and also the back of his pants, and then no printing on the side. And I'm not sure if he has another expression. He does. It's a smiling expression, very smiley expression. And that is it for this Doc Ock. All right, our next Doc Ock has these different type of arms, and it has printing, sticker printing on the arms right here, and then he has a bag, and then these arms are with the ball joints right here, and then you can actually open them up like this, just like that. And he has black hair, and then same face, same torso, and same other face on the other side. This one is for the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon version that I wanted to go for. And also, I haven't done the girl version of the Spider-Verse yet. So, wait and see. Eventually, I'll get that one. Our last Doc Ock is actually the classic comic book version, also the cartoon version of the 1990s cartoon. He has that cool classic hair piece, and he has those goggles, those gray shades on with an angry face, and that green torso going into his belt and going into those dual molded yellow and green pants. And then he has these different types of arms. No printing on the sides. No printing on the sides. No, he has printing on the bottom of his pants, and I'm pretty sure he has printing on the back of his behind his arms. But he also has another expression also, which is kind of excited face, maybe to kill Spider-Man, and then maybe he's winning, and then that is it for Doc Ock. All right, our next character is Sandman from one of the No Way Home sets, and he is brick built character, and he has some cool detail on his face right here, and then he has some printing on his fingers, and no more printing, but he is pretty cool brick built. And then also you could get some instructions on how to do his the rest of his body on Rebrickable if you want. But this is Sandman, so I can put him in my my city. But yeah, he also has some detail under his neck and then also on his side right here. And that's it for Sandman. Our next character is an offline character, which is also the Rhino, a different version of Rhino. This is the ultimate, I think, would Andrew Garfield be really ultimate? I'm not really sure. But this is the Andrew Garfield version of Rhino at the very end of the movie of Spider-Man 2. Yes. Anyways, so he has some guns and some ammo coming off of him right there. And this is also, as I said, an offline character. Lego does not make. I think this is also like a 3D printed character. And then this is the back as he falls. Yay! And this is what the back looks like right here. And then also this is the figure that goes inside. Just like the movie. And he has some, he's wearing a jumpsuit with a little cross, and he has that Stitch tattoo across the top. And then he has some printing on his sides right here, and then some printing on the back right there on the back, and then more printing on the sides, and that is it for Rhino. And our last character for this video is Blade, my custom-made Blade. I got one of those, I think it's like a Chitauri alien from Guardians of the Galaxy shirt, a torso, and then I gave him a gun, and then I gave him this black hair, and then this angry face, and he's stabbing a vampire that's just wearing like a tuxedo, and it kind of looks like he's actually kind of happy to get stabbed, which is kind of funny. But anyway, so he's stabbing the vampire, and the vampire has some printing on the back of him right here. And then my Blade actually has a black coat right here, and no printing on the sides, no printing on the sides, and no printing on the sides of either character, and no printing on the pants of either character also. And that is it for Blade and killing the vampire and the end of this video. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Now we have Mysterio, and a lot of different Mysterios coming up. And so this version is the classic comic book version. Also, it has that like quilted look right there on his torso and into his pants, and then he has this cool green mystic power look thing, and then it goes into his boots, and clear piece for his head, and a clear fishbowl helmet, and a purple cape. And if I take off his feet, it shows his boots, and then he goes all the way around into the yellow. It doesn't go all the way to his back though. And this is the back of his back. And that is it for Mysterio. Our next character is also Mysterio. And this one is also a comic book version. Also a character you could get off from Lego. Same thing as the last one. And this one has a white head with a bluish helmet this time for a fishbowl head. And he has the diamonds also on his torso right there. And then it goes into his chest of the quilt looking torso. And then no printing on his pants. No printing on the sides. Got super shiny cape. and no printing on the pants, but he has printing on the back of his back. And that is it for this Mysterio. Now I got Mysterio from the Insomniac games, where it has the skull version. This is a custom-made version of Mysterio that I did, which used the body of Thanos from the little minifig version of Thanos, and a skeleton head and another blue fishbowl head. That is if my camera ever focuses on his face. And turn him around, he has printing. He has that golden printing on his torso, into his pants, and then to his belt, his pelt, and into his pants. And then no printing on the sides, no printing on his pants, but printing on the back. And no printing on the side again. And that is it for this Mysterio. Our last Mysterio and last character for this video is this Mysterio is like the MCU version, also custom character that I made. Instead of actually wearing the fishbowl helmet, I gave him a wand type of thing, like a wizard staff, instead of actually wearing the fishbowl head. So it's kind of like the MCU version of the look of his face, but other than that, it's all custom idea. So like a post-apocalypse type of look. So this version, he has long hair and he's angry face, and then he has his fishbowl staff with green printing on his the regular torso with Batman belt under it, and then he has like the Ninjago pants right here with no printing on the sides, and then he has that ruined cape from the Chima cats, and then no printing on the sides, and then I think he has printing on the other side of his face. And this is basically the Aquaman type look. So he has this face, and he has the regular face. And that is it for this Mysterio and this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.